Hey coaches, welcome to the first day of our Diamond in the Rough training. I'm really excited that you guys are here. This is going to be an awesome 30 days, and the topic that I want to share with you today is going to be about overcoming your fears and how we're going to how we are going to overcome our fears is all an activity. I also want to briefly remind you, if you remember our last video from the New Coach Bootcamp training, that personal development is another thing that is going to propel you forward and give you that confidence so that you can overcome your fears. So you've got to remember the importance of personal development. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to go back and listen to the last video of the New Coach Bootcamp. But what I wanted to do today was kind of just give you some tips on how you can overcome that fear by doing the correct activities and having the right kind of mindset in this business. And I will be sharing my notes from the GoPro conference because Eric Worre is awesome. So the first thing that I wanted to start out by saying was, if you are going for being a diamond coach, and if you're not emerald yet and you're going for emerald, no matter what rank you're going for, it's all about building your team. And if you're not sharing the business opportunity with people, you're not going to build a team because people aren't just going to come to you and say, hey, can I sign up to be a coach on your team? No, they don't even probably know what it is. So that's why we've got to share with people about this amazing life-changing opportunity. And what I wanted to mention about that was you've got to realize that the type of people that you're attracting, it reflects who you are. So if you want to start reflecting or if you want to start attracting better people, you've got to do personal development and work on yourself so you can attract better people. This was like a 9-month process, you guys, for me. I don't want it to be that long for y'all. I didn't know what the heck to do, but that was because I didn't have the resources that you guys all have now. So make sure you're working on yourself so that you can build a business and attract people that are like you and that are going to want to do this and want to help change lives. And like I said, doing that personal development is what is going to help you to do these things, to overcome your fears. Because all of those negative feelings that you're getting is because you're not doing enough activity. If you're fearful of inviting people, you're not inviting enough people. If you're afraid of sharing the business opportunity, you're not sharing it with enough people. If you're afraid of following up with someone, you're not following up with enough people. If you're afraid to ask someone if they're ready to sign up for your challenge, you're not doing enough of it. Okay, get the point. So it's all in the activity. So we've got to get to more activity. So one thing that I wanted to mention, inviting is the biggest thing. That's the biggest activity in this business. And the way that you've got to look at this is you want to have a professional mindset. You want to focus on building relationships. Our goal is to educate and inspire people. It's not to throw up our business opportunity all over them. We need to build trust with people and we need to transfer that belief to these people. We don't just pitch our sales thing to them. We expose what we're doing to them. We ask lots of questions and then we see if there's a fit for them or not. And as professionals, that's really, hang on, sorry. I was trying to read something and talk at the same time. That's really what we've got to think about it as. It's just like with the challenge, like with our challenge prospects. We've got to ask a lot of questions so that we can see if this is even a good goal or even a good fit for them. So we got to ask them about their goals and their needs. And everything that you need to know on how to do this is in the Dropbox and sharing the business opportunity folder. So another thing that's going to be great for you with doing that inviting and overcoming that fear and doing that activity is having a third-party tool. And what I mean by that is like that video that I made for you guys for all of you to send out to people that you want to add to your team. So you made your dream team list before, and if you haven't done that yet, you need to go do it right now before I come punch you. Just kidding, but go do it for real. You want to start talking to these people, to your dream team people. And that video that I made is about coaching. It's about how it works. It's about all the objections that anyone in the world could ever possibly have. I go over all of them. It's in the Dropbox. There's a YouTube link, for it. Send it to your prospects. If you don't know what to say to them, send them something really brief. There's some indirect script approaches that I put in the Dropbox in the inviting and sharing folder. Sharing the business opportunity folder. So go check those out. It'll give you exactly what to say. So having that third-party tool there is everything that you need. It's like a little guide, like wrapped up in like this little bow with like a pretty little package and all that. You just got to use it, you guys. You've got to get out there and do the activity. Let me flip through because there's a couple other things that I wanted to say. Excuse me. Another thing that you need to know when you are overcoming your fear, like I said, you've got to get out there and do that activity, but you also cannot make yourself the issue. What I mean by that is, like I said, you don't just throw up your business opportunity all over people. You don't let your fear hold you back. You act as a professional. You act as a consultant. You ask questions. You get to know their needs to see if there's a solution that we can help them with. And you tell lots of stories. That's the other thing that I wanted to mention in today's video. This is really, really, really going to help you overcome that fear. Sharing stories from other coaches that you know, sharing stories from your challengers. What you've got to do is, say, I totally understand why you're feeling that way. Like, if they give you an objection or if they tell you that they're not interested or whatever it may be. You've got to share a lot of stories. I totally understand. Did I ever tell you about my friend Kate who was feeling the same way? Tons of resources on that in the inviting and sharing folder, also in the Dropbox. So make sure you're telling lots and lots of stories, because people, what they really want to know is, does this thing that you're telling about me work? What have the results been for other people, that have been in similar situations? That's all they want to know, because people are going to be sketchy about things. Anything that's new, they're going to be sketchy about. So it's our job is to educate them. That's our goal, okay? Let's see. Like I said, there's tons and tons and tons of resources for you guys, third-party tools and stuff for you guys to use that I put in the Dropbox for you guys. Those are all there for you to make this less scary. Holly, who's on the team, look at me, I'm telling a story right now. Holly is one of my coaches. She was pretty fearful about getting out there and inviting people, and she wasn't really sure where to start, but I helped her along the way, and I sent her, my tips. I sent her the stuff in the Dropbox that's there. We came up with, conversations of what to say to people, step by step by step by step. And she felt so much more confident after we did it together a few times. Now she doesn't even need my help anymore. So that's the thing, is you got to just get out there and do it, and you got to use the resources that we have and use your upline sponsor and coach for help. So as I said at the beginning, just kind of like a review, and then I'm going to leave you with something to think about. We've got to get out there, and we have to have confidence, and we have to know how to lead people. We can't let fear hold us back, because if we let fear hold us back, then we're not going to go anywhere. We're not going to move forward. If you're not inviting people, your business is not going to grow. And when you're fearful, people are going to know it, and they're going to be able to tell based on how you're talking to them or your lack of talking to them. Like if you forget to follow up, that's unprofessional. We don't do that. So you've got to get out there. You have to have belief, beyond imaginable belief in what you're doing. Even if you're brand new and you don't yet, fake it till you make it. Because people will listen to people that have a belief in what they're doing. If you just go out there and you're on fire telling everyone about how much Shakeology has changed your life and how much coaching has changed your life, and even if you're a new coach, who cares? Share a story of someone else's life that it changed. Share my story. Share Amy's story. Share anyone's story. And be enthusiastic about it. You've got to be excited about it. People are not going to give two craps about what you're saying if it just sounds like some boring thing like, yeah, here's my Shakeology, here's a pamphlet on it, and here's a coaching pamphlet and presentation, and yeah, here you go. No one wants to hear that. That's boring. That's not enthusiastic. You've got to have that fire in your belly, okay? The last thing that I wanted to kind of just leave you with was to just kind of think about one little thing. They told it, here comes my cat. They said this to us at the conference, one of the speakers that was talking. He said, if you got paid $500 a person for every person you invited, who would you invite and who would you be? And what he meant by that was, how many people would you get out there and talk to? And what kind of person would you be when you're talking to them if you got $500 per person? Now, you guys know that I'm not in this for the money. I didn't care if I made money when I signed up to do this. I didn't think I would ever make money when I signed up to do this. But money is something that can really help change people's lives. And like I've told you in many other videos, and Amy's told you as well, we have this amazing life-changing opportunity that we can share with people. So you are holding people's destiny in your hands. So think about it that way. If you got paid $500 per person for every person you invited, who would you invite and who would you be? Because actually over time, if you're talking to enough people and then your income grows and you look at all of that, you could be earning $500 per person that you invite. And I know a lot of us out there have some major financial needs to pay off debt, pay medical bills, take care of our families, help our spouses quit their jobs, stuff like that. So just think about that, you guys. I know it's scary in the beginning. It's always scary anytime you try something new. But the only way you're going to overcome all those negative feelings is by getting out there and doing some activity. See, Bella is trying to tell you too. Get out there, tell stories, be confident, believe in yourself. Just get out there and do it, and it's going to get easier every day. Hope this helps and have a great day.